Salute and greetings. If my videos get to some of the brothers who have good intentions in their heart that want to be righteous, but they caught up in the establishment, caught up in the system. Some of them just don't know no better because they was brought up like that. And they had got good hearts though. Uh, I think Brother Ice Cube is one of them brothers. You know, I was in the music business at one time, and I started peeping how they operate in the game. Uh, when they killed a local promoter and radio DJ called Al Perkins, and I started examining the system, and I found out that the Caucasian, the Jews in particular, control everything, distribution, uh, everything. They are geniuses, like they say, and they know how to get in among our people, the black people, and actually, just trick them. And they found out our weak points, why we are so easily trickable. And our woman, uh, she's caught up into that trick. That's why you see guys acting like tricks now. Because, the woman is the one, she's our first nurse, our first teacher, our first everything. So we'll get into that later, but this is another reason why we shouldn't vote. And I'm gonna give it to you like this. This Constitution has been compromised. I got one and I study it. It's been corrupt and compromised and is null and void. All your contracts that you sign when you make a deal, you're making a deal with the devil. You're signing your souls away with the devil. And I could take the devil's weapons from him and use it back. Once you know the games and tricks of the devil, and you know why they call him the devil, and you know why you are called the original man, it's all a matter of language. When you use that word devil, you don't think of nothing but demonic spirit that can appear and disappear. And you see a man with horns, and he lives in hell, fiery hell, and he's white. And then you see when you say angel, you see someone dressed in all white with white wings, living on a cloud, playing a harp, and could appear and reappear at will. And he's the right hand of God, and when he talks to God, you don't never see God, but you just hear God's voice. And we have been raised by television, and television can play with your mind. Movies, motion pictures, the radio, they can play with your mind with subliminal suggestions. And they got us to ignore how the Caucasian treated the so-called Native American. They got us to ignore how the Caucasian treated his prisoner of war and later called a slave. You see, that word slave is a trick to it because they say many people had slaves, many different nations and races had slaves, but it was the way that they treated the slaves that makes a difference. And so we ignore all of this because in the school system they teach us, they miseducation. So now in today's time, he's killing us, but we can't see it. So when this pandemic came upon you, the pandemic shows you how he's killing us. He even tell you black people die more from this pandemic than Caucasians. Not only do we die more from this pandemic than Caucasians, the police shoots us down in the street or choke us to death, any kind of way they want to do it, and a lot of them get away with it. And so he shows you right out how he kills you. Then he makes you go through a trial. And what opened up my eyes was Trayvon Martin, that trial right there. But anyway, I'm not going to go through that again. But you still, your cities, your infrastructure in your cities, you see how they could make you lose your house. They could turn off your water, make you lose your water. You turn off your electricity at will. There's no Christian love like they say there. You might be going through hard times, get laid off from your job, get sick, just like this pandemic. Look how many people have lost their businesses and jobs because of this pandemic. But there's no Christian love, there's no Jewish love, there's nothing there for you, but you just SOL. Y'all know what that means. In the meanwhile, your streets, your neighborhood streets is tore up. They send millions and millions of dollars over to Israel. And you can't even get reparations. That's another reason you shouldn't vote for the Democrats or the Republicans. Because no matter who you vote for, the same old thing happens. This is Black Light. We'll come back with a part 2, part 3.